Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie fights where the hero takes zero damage.
I told you I would find you.
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
Oh my God!
For this list, we're taking a look at cinematic showdowns where the hero defeats an enemy or enemies without them landing a single significant blow. However, we will be excluding shootouts. Sorry, Django.
I said I give up.
What's your favorite movie fight where the hero takes zero damage? Let us know in the comments. Now, let's get it on. Number 10. Ip Man versus 10 Black Belts. Ip Man. The Ip Man film series contains some of the best fight choreography the martial arts genre's ever seen. The first film set the tone with a number of exceptional fight sequences, none more impressive than the one in which Ip Man takes on 10 black belts at the same time.
我要挑戰10個。你做咗咩？冇責任。我要打10個。
Fueled by his hatred for the Japanese forces occupying his country, Ip Man shows no mercy for the 10 karateka. He tears through them with speed and ferocity, breaking bones and drawing blood with his superior Wing Chun fighting technique. When the dust settles, Ip Man is the only one left standing, having made it through the fight without taking a single blow. Number 9. Splinter versus the Shredder. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 4 turtles and a rat versus a dude in a metal mask? Yeah, well, go with the former. The climax of this 90s comic book adaptation sees Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael overpowered and disarmed by the Shredder. As Shredder prepares to deliver the killing blow, Splinter, the turtle sensei, suddenly appears on the rooftop.
Splinter!
Yes, Uroku Saki. I know who you are.
Blinded by rage, the Shredder charges at Splinter only for the rat to easily disarm him and hurl him off the roof. The Shredder attempts to kill Splinter one final time, but he's foiled once more by Splinter's lightning-fast reflexes. In the end, the Shredder gets shredded by a garbage truck, and Splinter walks away unscathed. Number 8. Black Widow Hallway Fight. Iron Man 2. The MCU has seen its fair share of one-sided fights. More on that in a minute, though. But a few compare to this one from Iron Man 2.
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
Oh my God!
In pursuit of Ivan Vanko, Black Widow and Happy Hogan find themselves up against a number of security guards. While Happy engages with a single guard, Black Widow squares off with what is effectively a small army. Armed with her acrobatic fighting skills and a slew of gadgets, she quickly and efficiently dispatches the goons in epic fashion. Black Widow takes zero damage while dishing out plenty of her own. This scene perfectly set up Black Widow as a force to be reckoned with in future films. Number 7. Lorraine versus German Police. Atomic Blonde. A passion project for star Charlize Theron, Atomic Blonde features a number of highly stylized and visceral fight scenes. These give Theron a chance to go all out, proving that she deserves a place in the pantheon of Hollywood's greatest female action heroes. While the climactic staircase fight was epic, Lorraine takes a ton of damage. However, an earlier scene in which she's ambushed by a pack of police officers is considerably cleaner. Lorraine weaponizes her environment using a hose and a frying pan to devastating effect. Sure, she slams into a wall at one point, but that's because she flung herself off a balcony while trying to escape. Bottom line, those cops definitely wish they'd called in sick. Number 6. Yondu and his arrow. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2. Yondu's arrow is one of the coolest weapons in the MCU. It strikes fear into the hearts of his enemies, and if that doesn't work, it can literally pierce the hearts of his enemies. Yondu busts out his arrow in the first Guardians movie, but that was nothing compared to what he does with it in Volume 2. Imprisoned by the Ravagers following a mutiny, Yondu and Rocket are freed by Baby Groot and Kraglin. What happens next is nothing short of a massacre. Yondu whistles his way through the ship, taking revenge on all those who betrayed him, and making it rain bad guys in the process. You know you're a badass when you don't even have to lift a finger in order to completely eviscerate your enemies. Number 5. Westley versus Inigo Montoya, the Princess Bride. Giants, sword fights, kidnapped princesses, star-crossed lovers, fire swamps. Is there anything the Princess Bride doesn't have? This fantastical film is jam-packed with quotable scenes and unforgettable characters, with Westley, aka the Man in Black, and Inigo Montoya, right at the top of that list.
Well, I certainly hope you find him someday. You're ready then? Whether I am or not, you've been more than fair.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
The two engage in an epic sword fight in the film's first act, trading barbs as well as attacks while dancing across the rocky terrain. Both men are skilled, but Westley is the superior fighter.
You are wonderful.
Thank you. I've worked hard to become so.
I admit it, you are better than I am.
Then why are you smiling?
Because I know something you don't know.
And what is that?
I am not left-handed.
He even fights with his opposite hand for the majority of the fight and still dispatches Inigo quite easily. The fight concludes with Inigo out cold and Westley completely unharmed.
Please understand, I hold you in the highest respect.
Number 4. Maximus, the One-Man Army. Gladiator. This Oscar-winning historical epic had no shortage of top-notch fight scenes.
Sometimes it makes the blade stick.
However, few demonstrate the protagonist's combat skills quite like this one. After proving his worth in an earlier match, Maximus is giving a seemingly insurmountable task: fight 6 gladiators at once. Not only does he manage to subdue all 6 in record time, he does so without suffering a single blow. Maximus cuts through the other gladiators like a knife through butter, utilizing his military skills to turn his opponents into mincemeat. Of course, the thing most remember about this scene is the iconic words Maximus shouts at the crowd after defeating his foes.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Number 3. Bar Fight. Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Manners maketh man.
Kingsman: The Secret Service put the action genre on notice when it hit the screens in 2015. The film was a breath of fresh air, offering up unique fight scenes, the likes of which most people didn't think were possible outside of animated movies. One of the best involves Harry Hart taking on a bar full of thugs with the grace of a ballet dancer and the ferocity of a WWE superstar. Armed to the gills with spectacular gadgets, not to mention his lightning-fast reflexes, Hart absolutely destroys the gang members, no doubt making them think twice about engaging in physical combat ever again. Oh, and Hart? Not a scratch on him. Number 2. Hulk vs. Loki. The Avengers.
When they come, and they will, they'll come for you.
I have an army.
We have a Hulk.
Come on, you must have seen this one coming. In this iconic MCU scene, the strongest Avenger, don't tell Thor, comes face to face with Loki inside Stark Tower. After getting knocked to the floor, Loki attempts to scold the Hulk like a teacher reprimanding a schoolboy.
You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature.
Unfortunately, Loki doesn't get the chance to finish his tirade as he's plucked from the ground mid-sentence and slammed down like a ragdoll.
Puny god.
After enduring multiple Hulk smashes, all Loki can do is let out an involuntary groan and think about all the terrible decisions that caused him to end up in this position. Puny god, indeed. Before we unveil our number one pick, here are a few honorable mentions where the hero walks away still camera ready. Preston versus multiple bad guys. Equilibrium. Well, that ambush backfired quickly. Hit Girl versus Everyone. Kick-Ass. Never underestimate a teenage girl with a grudge. V versus the Police. V for Vendetta. These cops never stood a chance. Tommy versus Mad Dog 2. Warrior. Mad Dog? More like roadkill.
That's the fastest knockout I think I've ever experienced.
Mad Dog Grimes has been poleaxed.
Bryan Mills versus Thugs. Taken. Don't mess with a former CIA operative's daughter.
I told you I would find you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Lee versus O'Hara. Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon sees Bruce Lee tasked with infiltrating a martial arts competition in order to uncover a drug trafficking ring. Along the way, he learns that O'Hara, the man who indirectly killed his sister, will be fighting in the competition too. Well, wouldn't you know it, Lee and O'Hara wind up squaring off on day 2. Fueled by revenge and armed with years of martial arts experience, Lee strikes with speed and precision, turning his enormous opponent into a human punching bag. Lee's flurry of lightning-fast strikes sends O'Hara through a whirlwind of emotions, from embarrassment and anger to fear and bewilderment. O'Hara doesn't even come close to landing a blow, with Lee dominating the match from start to finish.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.